would be beneficial long term. Good Wednesday morning to you. I'm sitting here waiting on Dakota. He got hung up at the diesel pump. I think everybody was trying to get diesel this morning. So I'm waiting on him, and we have to go pick up some parts and do a couple jobs. And then he had to bring the excavator today. Y'all didn't get to see that last week because we didn't have to have it. But this week we do, so I will show you some of that. We have a few risers to put on, and I think 1 or 2 lines to repair. So that's what we're doing today. And I think we're also, normally him and I just work together 1 day a week, and then of course, you know, he works every other day of the week. But I think we might actually work 2 days this week. So yeah, it is cold here today. Nothing too drastic though. It's in like the mid-30s, so me personally, I think that's pretty good working weather. You don't get too hot, so that's nice. Yesterday though, it was like a heat wave. It was, I think it was 40 or maybe low 40s, but it was so warm. Like, it was so warm. It felt so good. But yeah, that's what we're doing today. So I'll bring you along. Girl. Part of my job too is watching like a hawk when he is digging, to make sure we're not hitting any lines or anything important, like cable lines or propane lines, water lines, gas lines, you know, that sort of thing. The D-box needed to be replaced, but now it appears the fill lines aren't taking the water, so we're not quite sure what's going on. Last time they were working. This tank we're digging, the people had tried to dig it, but it's got a lot of roots and they just couldn't do it, so bringing the big guns in. wanted to talk about was kind of like one side of farming that doesn't really get talked about that much, and that's like decision making. Like, I think on the outside looking in, you're always just seeing the decision after it's already been made. You don't really see the process of it or the thought behind it. So I kind of want to talk about that, because I'm sure if you're watching this video, you either follow us on Facebook or follow me on Instagram. And you saw a post yesterday that I posted about like asking why in the world do we even farm when it comes down to it. Because when you add up all your taxes and you look at what you spent and your profit, it's like, why do we do this to ourselves? I mean, it makes no sense, you know, from a mathematical checkbook standpoint, really. So with that being said, and in that post I was talking about how, you know, we really needed to buckle down and figure out what changes need to be made, and just like figuring out what we're doing in the future to be better financially, and just, you know, all in all, just be better. So, but what I'm getting at is we have this opportunity to upgrade our hay roller. And I just wanted to talk about it because I know that I don't know that we'll be getting it or not. We're fine either way, but I don't want you to see the indecision of us maybe getting the hay roller and being like, well, what the crap? I thought, you know, they were, you know, making some changes. Well, from our standpoint, I've told Dakota, like, it's truly up to him. And, but the way I feel is that if we could do this upgrade comfortably, I think it would be beneficial, because with the way everything is getting so expensive, and like if you can even find it. So our current hay roller, which there's nothing wrong with it, it works, and that's what makes it so hard for us to justify an upgrade, because there's nothing wrong with it. It works fine. But it's a 2011, and the roller that we have a chance at getting is a 2017 with a few extra bells and whistles. Now, newer's not always better, but in this certain circumstance, this new roller has like some upgraded chains that are heavier duty, and just a few little things like that, which I think would be beneficial for us long term. Because anytime we've ever had any issues with our roller, which has only been twice, and we've had it for almost like 7 years, it's been the chain, and that's just, you know, a common thing. But this one has a heavier duty chain and a few little things. So I was like, you know, I think if we can swing it, it would be good. And also, it would push us that more into the future, not technology-wise. I'm talking about, like, hopefully not having to upgrade in the future. Because then my thought is, what if you can't even find a roller? Or what if they're, like, ridiculously expensive, how everything else is? So I just feel like right now, you know, it would be, like, we hate to spend any more money or do any upgrades, because really, you know, everything is going good. But it's like, which I know you can't live on what ifs, but it's just like, I think that if we could do this, it would be beneficial long term. So I know that's a lot, but I just want to talk about it because I don't think people really talk about things like that, you know, those hard decisions and those financial decisions. You just kind of see on the inside, like after the decision's already made. And, you know, farmers get a bad rap of like, oh, well, they got all this money, or, oh, well, they just got this new piece of equipment, or what have you. But, you know, you don't have any idea of like the decision making that goes along with that and all of that. So yeah.
countryside seeking fortune fair. Up and down the two coastline I've traveled everywhere. From Portland east to Portland west and back across the line. I'm heading down to the place that's best, that old hometown of mine. 8 more miles in Louisville will come into my view. 8 more miles on this old road and I'll never more be blue. I knew someday that I'd come back, I knew it from the start. 8 more miles to Louisville, the hometown of my heart. Well, there must be a girl somewhere that you like best of all. Mine lives down in Louisville, she's long and she's tall. She's the kind you can't find around across this land. I'm heading down this very day to win her heart and hand. 8 more miles in Louisville will come into my view. 8 more miles on this old road and I'll never more be blue. I knew someday that I'd come back, I knew it from the start. 8 more miles to Louisville, the hometown of my heart.